me is the
is the
development of
development of
vaccines,
vaccine,
especially modern
especially modern
vaccines that
vaccine
use
that use
advanced
advanced
technology.
technology.
I
I
learned
learned
more
more
about
about
this
it
during
during
the
the
COVID-19
COVID-19 pandemic,
pandemic, when
where vaccine
vaccines
became a
became a
major
major
topic
topic in
in
the
the
news
news
and
and
in
in
science
science class.
classes. What
What
impressed me
impressed me
most was
most was
how
how
vaccines
vaccine
work by
work by
training the
training
immune system to
immune system
recognize
to
and
fight
fight
disease
diseases without
without
causing
causing
serious
severe
illness.
illness.
Scientists
Scientists
were
were
able to
able to
develop
develop
effective
effective
vaccines in a
vaccine in a
relatively short
relatively
period
short
of
period
time
of
by
time
building on
by
years of
building
previous
on their
research.
previous
This
research.
discovery impressed me because
This
it has saved
call
millions
impressed
of
me
lives
because
and helped control dangerous
online
diseases
control
around the
and
world.
control disease around
It
the world.
also showed
It
how
also
powerful
how
scientific collaboration can be when countries and
country
researchers
and
work
research work
together.
together.
Overall,
Overall,
it
it made
made
me
me appreciate the
appreciate
importance
the
of
importance of
science in
science in
improving
improving
human
human
health
health
and
and
protecting
protecting
society.
society.
One subject
Also,
I
I
really
really enjoyed
enjoyed studying
studying
at
at
school was
school
English.
English. I
I studied
studied
it
it
throughout my
throughout
school
my
years,
senior, but
but
I
I
enjoyed it
enjoyed
the
it the
most
most during
during
secondary
secondary
school,
school,
when the
where the
lessons
lesson
became
became
more
more
interactive
interactive
and
and
practical.
practical.
In English
In English
classes, we
classes, we
learned
learned
how
how
to
to
communicate
communicate
effectively
effectively
through
through
speaking,
speaking,
writing,
writing,
and
and reading.
reading.
We
We
also
also
practiced
practiced
discussion,
discussions, presentations,
presentation,
and
and
creative
creative
writing,
writing,
which helped me
to help me
express my
express my
ideas
idea
more
more
clearly
clearly
and
and confidently.
confidently. I
I
enjoyed this
enjoy
subject because
this
it was
subject because
useful and
it was
relevant to
relevant to
real
real life.
life. It
It
allowed
allowed me
me to
to
connect
connect
with
with
people
people
from
from
different
different
cultures
cultures and
and
access a
access a
wide range
wide
of
range of
information.
information. Thanks to my
Thanks to my
teachers and
teacher
the engaging
and the
activities,
engaging
English became
activities
a
English
subject
becomes
I
something I
genuinely
genuinely
looked
look
forward
forward
to
to
studying.
studying.
I
One
visited
museum I
and
visit
found very
very
interesting
interesting
was a
science
science
museum
museum
in a
in a
large
large
city
city
I
I traveled
traveled a
to a
few
few
years
years
ago.
ago.
I went
I
there
went
with
there with a
a
group of
friend
friends
during a
during a
student
school
trip.
trip, and it
And
was
it
my
was my
first
first
time
time
visiting a
visiting a
place
place
focused
focused
mainly on
mainly on
science
science and
and
technology.
technology. The
The
museum
museum had
had
many
many interactive
interactive
exhibits
exhibitions
about
about
space,
space,
physics,
physics, and
and
the
the human
human
body.
body.
One section
One
that stood
section
out to me was the space exhibition,
by
where I could
exhibition,
see models of
where I can
planets,
see model
satellites,
of planets
and learn
and
how astronauts
astronaut
live in
lives
space.
by.
There
There
were
were also
also hands on
activities
activities, which made
like
learning more
learning more
engaging
easy
and
and
fun.
fun.
I found this museum interesting because it explained
Very
complex
complex
scientific
scientific idea
ideas in
is
a
simple
simple
and
and
visual
visual
way.
way. Instead of
Instead of
just reading
reading
information,
information,
I could
I could
interact with
interact
the
with the
exhibits,
exhibit,
which
which
helped
helped
me
me
understand the
understand the
topics
topic better.
better.
Overall,
Overall, it
it
was
was
an
an
educational
educational
and
and
memorable
memorable
experience
experience
that
that increased
increased my
my
curiosity
curiosity
about
about science.
science. Science
One science
experiment I
experiment
clearly
clearly
remember is a
remember a
simple
simple
experiment
experiment
about
about volcano
volcano
eruption
eruptions using baking
using baking
soda
soda
and
and
vinegar.
vinegar.
I
We
learned
learned
about it
about
in
it in
primary
primary
school
school
during a
during a
science
science class,
class,
and
and our
our
teacher
teacher
demonstrated it in
demonstrated
front
in
of the
front of the
class.
class.
The
The
experiment was
experiment was
quite
quite
simple
simple
but
but exciting.
exciting.
We
We
built a
built a small
small
volcano model
caramel
using
eating
clay,
clay,
then
then
poured
poured
vinegar
vinegar
mixed
mixed
with
with
food
food
coloring
coloring
into
into
it.
it.
After
So
that, we
we add
added baking
baking
soda,
soda
and
and
almost
almost
immediately,
immediately
a foamy
a
liquid
family liquid
erupted from the
erupted from
top,
the top,
just like
like
a
a real
real
volcano.
volcano.
Everyone
Everyone in
in
the
the
class
club
was
were amazed
amazed
and
and
excited.
excited. I remember
And
this
was the
experiment
experiment
well
well
because
because
it
it
made
made
science
science feel
feel
fun
fun and
and
easy
easy
to
to understand.
understand. It
It
helped
helped
me
me
learn
learn
about
about
chemical
chemical
reactions
reaction
in a
in a
very
very
visual
visual way.
way. Instead of
Instead of
just
just
reading
reading
from a
from
textbook,
table,
I could
I could
actually
actually
see
see
how
how
different
different
substances
substances
reacted,
reacted.
which made
It
the
made the
lesson
lesson
much more
more
memorable.
memorable. A
Scientific
science
topic
topic
I
I
would
would
really
really like
like
to
to learn
learn
more
more
about
about
is
is
renewable
renewable
energy,
energy,
especially
especially
solar
solar
and
and
wind
wind power.
power.
I
I first
first
became
became
interested
interested
in
in
this
this topic
topic through
through
documentaries
documentary
and
and
online
online articles
articles that
that
discuss
discuss
climate
climate
change
change
and the need for
and the need
cleaner
for
energy
cleaner energy
sources.
sources.
What interests me
But
most is
engineering
how
how
renewable
renewable
energy can
energy
reduce
can
our
be our
dependence on
dependent on
fossil
fossil
fuels
fuel
and help
and
protect the
help protect the
environment.
environment.
I find it
I find
fascinating
it
that
fascinating
natural
that natural
resources
resource
like
like
sunlight
sunlight
and
and wind
wind
can
can be
be
converted into
converted into
electricity
electricity
in
in
such an
such an
efficient way.
efficient way.
Learning more about
Learning
this
more about this
topic
topic
could be
could be
useful
useful
in the
in the
future
future
because
because
renewable
renewable
energy
energy
is
is
becoming
becoming
increasingly
increasingly
important
important
worldwide.
worldwide.
Even if
Even
I
if
don't
don't
work
work
directly in
directly
this
in this
field,
field,
having
having
basic
basic
knowledge
knowledge
about it can
about
help me
can
make
help me
more
and more
environmentally friendly
environmentally
choices
choice
and
and
understand
understand
global renewable energy issues more clearly.